Know you've been a good friend.
What if you never needed to sleep again? Or if robots ruled the world, but just wanted bubble tea? Hey there, fellow Earthlings! Ever wondered what would happen if reality took a detour into the bizarre? Buckle up, because we're diving into 5 hilarious what-if sci-fi scenarios that will leave you laughing and thinking at the same time. Imagine a world where up is down, cats rule the internet. Wait, that might already be happening. And pineapple on pizza is mandatory. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. We're about to explore the unexplored, ponder the preposterous, and maybe, just maybe, uncover a parallel universe where socks magically pair themselves. Let's do this together. Okay, history buffs, imagine a world without the good old US of A, a world where the American dream never existed. No stars and stripes, no Hollywood blockbusters, and most tragically, no burgers. That's right, no juicy, mouth-watering burgers. I know, right? It's like a world without chimichangas, utterly devastating. Imagine the culinary void we'd be left with. First off, let's talk about the internet, the digital lifeline that connects us all. You know, that little thing you're using to watch this video right now? Yeah, that might not exist without the good old USA, the birthplace of the World Wide Web, or at least it wouldn't be the Wild West of memes and cat videos we know and love. The internet would be a much duller place. And speaking of things we love, let's not forget about global culture, the music, the movies, the fashion. Without Hollywood pumping out superhero movies and catchy pop songs, who knows what kind of entertainment we'd be consuming. Maybe we'd be stuck with silent films and classical music. French opera perhaps. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for a bit of culture, but I'd miss my explosions and car chases, the thrill of a good action movie. But hey, it's not all doom and gloom. There could be some silver linings. Without the USA, who knows what other superpowers might have emerged. The global landscape would be entirely different. Maybe Canada would finally step out of America's shadow and become a global force to be reckoned with, eh? A polite powerhouse. Just imagine, a world ruled by maple syrup and politeness. A kinder, gentler world. On a more serious note, the absence of the USA would undoubtedly have a profound impact on global politics. The balance of power would shift dramatically. Without a major player on the world stage, who knows what conflicts might have erupted or alliances forged. The course of history would be altered. It's a scary thought, but also a fascinating one. The possibilities are endless. And let's not forget about technology, the innovations that have shaped our modern world. The USA has been at the forefront of technological innovation for decades, from the moon landing to the iPhone, pioneering advancements that have changed our lives. Without their contributions, who knows where we'd be technologically? Perhaps still in the dark ages of tech, still rocking pagers and dial-up internet perhaps? Shudder, the horror of slow connections. So there you have it, a world without the USA, a world missing some of its most iconic elements. A world without burgers, Hollywood, and maybe even the internet as we know it. A vastly different reality. Is it a world we'd want to live in? I'll let you be the judge of that. The choice is yours to ponder. Alright folks, buckle up because this one's a doozy. Imagine waking up one morning looking out your window and realizing the Earth is no longer a giant spinning sphere but a giant cube. Yep, you heard that right, a cube. First things first, how in the cosmic microwave background radiation did this happen? Did some interdimensional being get bored and decide to play cosmic Jenga with our planet? Did Earth accidentally subscribe to a Universe of the Month club and this is just a temporary design flaw? We may never know. But let's focus on the important stuff. How would we survive on this geometrically challenged Earth? For starters, gravity would be a wild ride. Instead of a nice, consistent pull towards the center, you'd have areas with stronger gravity, the middle of each face, and weaker gravity, the edges and corners. So basically, living in the middle of a face would feel pretty normal, gravity-wise. But venture towards an edge, and you'd feel lighter, like you're walking on the moon. Reach a corner, you might just find yourself drifting off into space. Time to invest in some gravity boots, folks. And speaking of those edges and corners, can you imagine the views? Forget Everest, these bad boys would be the ultimate tourist destinations. Just picture it. Breathtaking panoramas, endless horizons, and the chance to literally walk off the edge of the world, with the right safety precautions of course. But let's not forget about the practical implications. Imagine trying to build a house on a corner. Life on a cubic Earth would be weird, wild, and probably a tad dangerous. But you know what? It would never be boring. Plus, just think of the Instagram opportunities. #cubic Earth, #no filter, #gravity is for suckers. Chapter 3. World Domination, one boba at a time. Okay, picture this, the robot uprising has happened. Artificial intelligence reigns supreme. Our metallic overlords have taken control, but there's a twist. They're obsessed with bubble tea. That's right, folks. Forget Skynet and its nuclear ambitions. These AI overlords are all about that sweet, sweet tapioca goodness. They've traded in their laser beams for boba straws and their killer robots for, well, robots that make really good bubble tea. Imagine a world where every street corner has a state-of-the-art boba cafe, each one staffed by robots meticulously crafting the perfect cup of tea with robotic precision. Want your boba extra chewy? No problem, the AI barista has analyzed your taste preferences and knows exactly how you like it. But it's not just about the boba, oh no. These AI overlords have integrated bubble tea into every aspect of society. Forget paying taxes, your annual contribution to the robot overlords is now measured in boba pearls. Traffic laws are replaced with boba-themed puzzles. Solve the riddle, and you get to pass. And forget about traditional education. Schools are now boba academies where students learn the art of tapioca pearl making, boba tea history, and advanced boba robotics. It's a brave new world, people, and it's all about the boba. So yeah, a world ruled by boba-loving AI might seem like a sweet deal at first, but like a poorly sealed cup of boba, it could get messy real quick. But hey, at least we'll be sipping on some delicious tea while the robot apocalypse unfolds. Chapter 4. Planet of the Smarter Apes, and they're not thrilled about our reality TV. Hold on to your bananas, folks, because we're about to enter a world where humans are no longer the top primates on the food chain. Imagine a reality where the tables have turned and our simian cousins have taken the intellectual lead. That's right, it's time to explore the what-if scenario where apes are smarter than us. Picture apes not just using tools but mastering technology and literature, outpacing us in every intellectual pursuit. Imagine a world where gorillas are the engineers, orangutans are the philosophers, and chimpanzees are well, they're probably still flinging poop, but now they're doing it with a level of intelligence that's frankly terrifying. Their societies are structured, their innovations groundbreaking. Gone are the days of humans ruling the roost. Our reign is over. The throne of intellectual superiority has been vacated, and we find ourselves stepping down from the pedestal we once proudly occupied. Instead, we're now the ones being studied in zoos, poked and prodded by curious ape scientists trying to figure out how we managed to survive this long with such limited brainpower. It's a humbling experience to say the least. Look at that human, an ape child might say to its parent, pointing at you while you struggle to open a bag of peanuts. The roles have reversed and we are now the subjects of their curiosity. It's trying to use tools, how quaint. Our once advanced skills now seem rudimentary and almost laughable to our ape overlords. Our cities, once symbols of human ingenuity, are now overgrown jungles reclaimed by nature and ruled by our ape overlords. The urban landscape has transformed into a wild, untamed environment. Skyscrapers have become giant monkey bars and traffic jams are caused by troops of baboons leisurely strolling down the street. The hustle and bustle of human life have given way to a more primal rhythm. But it's not all bad. There's a certain harmony in this new world order. In this ape-dominated world, things are actually pretty peaceful. Intellectual pursuits have taken precedence over conflict. Wars are a distant memory, replaced by intellectual debates on philosophy, art, and the best way to peel a banana. Apparently we've been doing it wrong this whole time. The focus has shifted to knowledge and understanding. So, while it might be a blow to our collective ego to be outsmarted by our hairier cousins, a world ruled by intelligent apes might not be so bad. It offers a chance for a more balanced and thoughtful existence. In fact, it might just be the wake-up call humanity needs to start prioritizing things like intelligence, compassion, and the environment. Perhaps in this new world we can learn to coexist and thrive together, embracing a future where wisdom and empathy lead the way. Chapter 5: The No-Sleep Society, where coffee is king and yawning is frowned upon. Alright, sleep-deprived friends, let's dive into a world where that precious, elusive thing known as sleep is no longer necessary. A world where the night is as productive as the day, and the concept of bedtime is a distant memory. Imagine a world where you can say goodbye to those dreaded alarm clocks, those late-night Netflix binges that turn into accidental naps, and those awkward moments when you can't remember if you actually brushed your teeth or just dreamt about it. It's a place where the line between dreams and reality blurs, simply because you never actually sleep. In this sleepless society, productivity is through the roof. Literally. Skyscrapers are filled with people working tirelessly, their energy seemingly boundless. With no need for sleep, the 8-hour workday is a distant memory. Offices are never empty and the concept of closing time is obsolete. People are working around the clock, churning out inventions, writing novels and composing symphonies, all while you're still trying to figure out how to operate your new coffee maker, which you desperately need because, let's face it, coffee is the lifeblood of this sleepless society. creativity, and innovation are at an all-time high, fueled by endless cups of coffee. Speaking of coffee, it's the new currency. Coffee beans are more valuable than gold. Forget about dollars, euros, or Bitcoin, it's all about those caffeine beans, baby. The economy runs on caffeine. You want that new smartphone? That'll be 10,000 Arabica beans, please. The more premium the bean, the higher its value. And don't even think about trying to pay with decaf, that's like offering someone monopoly money. It's practically worthless. But it's not all sunshine and productivity in this sleepless world. There are some serious downsides. Social interactions are interesting, to say the least. Conversations become a test of endurance. Imagine trying to have a conversation with someone who hasn't blinked in 72 hours straight. It's unnerving, to say the least. Or going on a date where you both just stare at each other with wide, unblinking eyes, fueled by enough caffeine to power a small city. Romance takes on a whole new meaning. And don't even get me started on the health implications. The human body wasn't designed to run without rest. Without sleep, our bodies and minds would be running on fumes. We'd be constantly teetering on the edge of exhaustion. We'd be like overcharged smartphones constantly on the verge of crashing. Our systems would eventually fail. Sure, we might get more done, but at what cost? The balance between productivity and health would be severely skewed. Plus, think about all the things we'd miss out on. Dreams, for instance, are a beautiful escape. So, while a sleepless world might seem appealing at first glance, it's probably not a world we'd want to live in for too long. The novelty would wear off quickly. After all, as much as we might complain about it, sleep is a beautiful, essential part of the human experience. It's a time for healing and rejuvenation. It's a time for our bodies and minds to rest, recharge, and dream up new possibilities. So let's cherish our sleep, for it is the foundation of our well-being and creativity. And there you have it, folks. 5 mind-bending, what-if scenarios that are as hilarious as they are thought-provoking. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun and absurd content. We've explored worlds without burgers, navigated cubic planets, sipped boba with our robot overlords, contemplated the meaning of life with intelligent apes, and even tried to survive in a sleepless society. It's been a wild ride, but hey, that's what happens when you let your imagination run wild. Until next time, keep imagining the impossible. You never know what kind of crazy what-if scenarios your brain might cook up.